You got a little hot there on the back nine. Did something click change, from the front nine today, or just putts start going in?
No, I mean I hold some nice putts on the front nine. Sadly, a good thing that I hold them because they were for par. But yeah, I hold a really good par putt on 10, and that kind of, I guess, just really got me going. Hit a lovely tee shot down 11. Was able to take advantage there to what is normally a pretty tough pin. And yeah, I mean, the putts I hold on the back nine, they weren't exactly tap-ins. A lot of them were probably like 10, 12 feet, which percentage-wise you're not going to make all of them. And but thankfully today they kind of went in my favour.
What is it sometimes about this place that you seem to enjoy, especially maybe when the conditions are tough?
Well, I mean, generally in the wind, I feel like sounds stupid, but if I'm playing well, then I feel pretty comfortable with flighting it, and you have to be able to do that around here. And generally, my irons have a little bit more spin than tour average, so even when I'm flighting it, it's still going to have a bit more spin than some of the other guys. So I don't know if that helps when the greens get crazy firm. But yeah, I always kind of putt well here, so that's just a massive thing. The greens they get pretty brutal. Even just now, like that first putt I had on 18, it's pretty daunting when you're looking down at it. You're just hoping that you get it somewhere around sort of inside 2 feet and make it as stress-free as possible.
You given much thought to the changes we're going to see coming next year on tour with the designated events and how you might approach it, or what you think of them?
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought. It still seems so far away. Like, there's so much golf to play between now and the end of this season. Hopefully that I can have a good year and need to be inside that top 50 kind of thing. So I mean, but yeah, I haven't really thought about how that looks in the long run. I just kind of, I guess, as long as I play well, then I'm hopefully going to be there, and then if you are playing them, it's not a bad place to be.
Did you think it was windier today? Were the conditions about the same as yesterday?
I think there was some gusts yesterday that were definitely stronger than today. Certainly what I experienced in the last few holes of finishing my round yesterday. I thought the wind was fairly consistent out there in terms of strength, and yeah, it was. It changed directions a little bit, which made some second shots a little bit harder to judge. But it's always going to be quite tricky when the wind gets up.
You've already got a red card again for winning this event. Have you had any fun adventures with it? And where do you keep it stashed? And does it need a brother?
Well, it is hung up proudly in my wardrobe here in Orlando. Yeah, it would obviously be amazing to get a second one, but there's still 18 holes to play. The leaders that went out, they've still got a lot of golf to play, and if the conditions stay as they are, if they hit good shots, then they're still going to have chances to make birdies. So whatever happens for the rest of the day, I just need to hope that, well, I'd like to think that I've given myself a good chance going into tomorrow. And that's all I really could have hoped for today, was to have a great round, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.
You haven't taken it out for a ride or anything?
No.
Can you just describe what it's kind of a connection to Mr. Palmer. What does that mean to you?
Well, I mean, it's to win this event. It's such an iconic event for the PGA Tour, and certainly for my first win, it's pretty special. And yeah, it means a lot to me, especially when I see it hung up in the wardrobe. It's always that I always have a good feeling looking at it.
As a
past champion who lives here in Orlando, do you come out here much?
No, to be honest, it's only tournament week that I generally come here. Yeah, it's nice to. It's nice coming here for the tournament week, and I like just sort of being in my own little bubble at Lake Nona when I do get a week off.
This is a tough place to stay patient, and that's not kind of.
You saying it doesn't suit me?
Exactly. That's where I was going. How come you have so much success here?
I don't know. Like what you guys see, obviously me having a head off and whatnot, I generally, I'll let my frustration out, but I'd still say, although I look like I'm running hot, I'm pretty good at carrying on and just getting on with the next shot, hitting that. I'll still be angry, but I'm like still focused on like what I'm trying to do. So generally, it doesn't affect me too much. Obviously, there are times where it goes too far, and then it does affect a bit. But generally, I'm pretty good at kind of just knuckling down and focusing on the next one, and trying to get on with that as best as I can. Although I still might be a bit unhappy.
I just wanted to ask you about playing with Tiger the last round at Riviera. What do you make of, his comeback and what he's going through, and what you saw? I know he didn't really have it that day that great, but still.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I've said before, with pretty much everyone my age, like Tiger was their golfing idol. As a kid growing up watching the game, obviously watching him win most weeks. As kids, you're always drawn to superstars, and obviously Tiger was definitely that. So going out there playing with him on Sunday at Riviera, where he's wearing the red, like that was pretty cool. So like I'll remember that day for the rest of my life. I think that's pretty special, and I don't think you should be ashamed in like competing against someone, but still like obviously admiring them for what they've achieved. I was sad that I didn't play as good as I would have liked to. Obviously, I wanted to go out there and have a really good round of golf to finish the tournament. But that aside, it was a very, very special day for me.
Had you never played with him before?
I had played with him before in Mexico in the WGC on the Saturday. But obviously, I think it feels different when you're playing here in the States on Sunday at a PGA Tour event, and especially everything that he's gone through to get back to where he is now, to be able to tee it up and play. I think the turnout with the crowds and them just showing their appreciation for him is it was pretty special to witness.
Thank you.
Tyrrell, what was the one shot that you felt you hit badly yesterday on that back nine?
The one that kind of jumps out would be the 3-wood into 6. Obviously, it's a hard shot. I knew that if it goes with the wind, it's long and just dead, and I held it up too much, and the greenside bunker on the right, it stuck like right in the rough, like just on, so I couldn't really stand. So I was basically falling over, and I ended up hitting it in the water with the chip shot type thing, and just like make double there out of nowhere. So that was the one that kind of really stung, really. Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers.